Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is a project pan finale and I am so excited. This is the finale for the Graveyard project pan. This was created by Emily. I will link her in the description box. A lot of people are doing this project and I love the concept. So there's two different types of products that you pick, either collecting cobwebs, which are products that have been sitting around, collecting cobwebs not being used, and then also graveyard items, which are things that were in previous project pans, which you did not finish. And I love the concept of this project. I love to make sure I'm using my makeup collection. I have quite a few empties in this project. There is one item though that I didn't finish. I really wish I had, but I got pretty close, so I will show you that. If you want to see other project pans, check out my project pan playlist. I have quite a few projects that I'm doing. Hopefully I'm going to be starting another one in the next few weeks. Also, I did film this makeup look for my Reviving Old Palette series, so I will link that in the cards and in the description box. Let's get started. I have 4 empties and then 4 things that I was counting usage on. So one of the ones that was usage only was this Jaclyn Hill palette, and my goal was to use this 20 times. And I actually used it more than that. And this was a graveyard item because this was in a project pan in the past. That's where I hit pan on these 2 shades. And I actually did film a look with this for my Reviving Old Palettes videos. And I really like this palette. I have fell in love with it again. I still hate how giant and bulky it is, but the formula and the colors are really, really nice. So yeah, my goal was to use this 20 times, but I'm pretty sure I used it more than that in the last few months. And it's actually a really enjoyable palette for me. And then I picked 3 blushes, and these are all collecting cobwebs because I just hadn't used them that much. And they're kind of older blushes in my collection. First up is ColourPop and I Need Space. And my goal was to use each blush 10 times, and I did do that. Some of them I think I used 11 or 12. This is a really beautiful, like neutral rosy mauve. Really like that one. Then the other one was Milani in Tea Rose, really pretty. This is more of like a pinky neutral. Love that one. It's so pretty, such a good formula. And then Marc Jacobs in Flesh and Fantasy, and this is a really pretty peach blush. Has like the lines through it, but on the face it looks more like neutral peach. And this is a really pretty formula. Too bad these got discontinued along with the whole Marc Jacobs line, but you know, it's a powder blush, so it's gonna last quite a while. But yes, I really enjoyed using all of those blushes. Let me show you the one item which I did not finish. I really wanted to finish this, but I think this is gonna show up in another project, hopefully. But then the last 4 are empties, which is exciting. So the Charlotte Tilbury powder, this was a graveyard item because I did have this in a different project pan in the past where my goal was to hit pan on it. And so I already had pan on this. I'll show you what it looked like at the last update. A few weeks after filming that video, I did end up repressing it, and I'll show you what it looked like then. So I repressed it and now I've been working on it. It's been about a month now, I think, since I repressed it, and I just hit pan again. Barely. So yesterday I barely, like you see that tiny little bit of pan there, but there's a decent amount left. And interestingly, it's less powdery now that I repressed it. I don't know, I pressed it more tightly, I think. So I don't know, it's just taking a while. It's fine, I like this powder. I mean, it's not amazing, it's good. I don't know that it's worth the price tag. By the way, I do have a repressing video. I'll put that in the description box if you want to see how I do that. It's very, very easy. But yes, so I have hit pan again, but there's a decent amount left. So I still want to work on this. I do want to finish it still. So I'm going to continue to use it and see what happens. All right, and let's talk empties. So I finished the Mario Badescu spray. This is with aloe, chamomile, and lavender. I really do like this. This is the large size. This was also in a different project pan in the past. And yes, finished this up. I use this for prepping my face for makeup and also foiling eyeshadows. I've repurchased that quite a bit. This was definitely a collecting cobwebs product. This was a gloss from Persona, and I did finish this. I'm so happy to be finishing lip products. That is a big goal of mine. Use up as many lip products as possible. I've hardly bought any lip products on my low buy. I'm pretty impressed with myself. So yes, this is the color Honey, and I totally scraped this all out. Got out pretty much everything that I could. I've had this gloss for almost 3 years, which is kind of a while for a lip gloss, which is why I did want to work on it. I really like it, and I keep mentioning I want to buy more of these Persona glosses, but with the whole low buy, it's like I have enough lip products. I don't need anything new, but I really like the Persona formula, so at some point I would like to buy more of those, but I am really, really happy that I finished a gloss. The last two were also collecting cobwebs type products, things I just hadn't really used that much. This one I hadn't really used a lot because I didn't really like it. This is the Catrice Hydro BB Cream. This is something I got in PR last year, and I finished it, and I'm really happy that I finished this because it's just not my favorite. I ended up mixing it in with other foundations, and that made it more tolerable for me. But the finish of this, it was weird because I have combo skin. My skin is not that dry, but it made my skin look dry, and it's called Hydro BB Cream. I'm so confused by that. I have no idea, but did not like this formula. This color was also, I had the color Fair Neutral, but it was too pink for me anyway. So mixing it in with other foundations, it was fine, but on its own, definitely not for me. So I'm really, really happy that I used that up. And then I did finish this primer. This is the Innisfree Matte Priming UV Shield with Sunscreen SPF 37. This is an interesting product because it can be used as a face primer, but could also be used just as sunscreen. And so I did use it both ways. Some days I just put this on when I wasn't wearing any makeup and just used it as sunscreen. And then other days I put on a different sunscreen and then I put this on top as a primer because this also is like a smoothing type primer. So it's pretty nice. I liked it. I thought it was a nice product, but not my favorite primer. I think I would rather just stick with having a separate sunscreen and then putting on a pore filling primer. I don't know, just my preference, but this was nice, but I don't think this is something I would purchase. So 4 empties. I'm really, really, really happy about this primer, a setting spray, a lip gloss, and a foundation. I am so happy about that. And I got great use out of those blushes and the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I really have fallen in love with that palette again. It's actually really nice. And I've made so much progress on this powder. I mean, there can't be that much left since this is repressed in here. And I just hit pan again yesterday. So this, I'm going to just go ahead and keep working on this because I really do want to finish it. I'm trying to think if I have finished any actual face powders this year. I did finish one of my under eye powders, which is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, but I don't think I finished any face powders. So I don't know. I'm going to keep working on it, but I really enjoyed doing this project. I was so happy I was able to join in. It is a whole lot of fun. And yeah, that is it. So if you want to see this makeup look, I will link that in the description box and in the cards and also my Project Pan playlist. So if you do want to see more Project Pans, I recently updated the Finish 5 by Thanksgiving last week. And yeah, like I said, I'm hoping to start another project in the next few weeks. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.